So you want to become an F&I manager. I'm going to share with you what I think it takes to become an F&I manager. First of all, you got to get noticed, all right? And there's certain attributes you have to have. Like attitude, attitude's everything, okay? If you have a really good attitude, positive attitude, your management quality. Enthusiasm is contagious. You got to look at everything with enthusiasm and a positive side. Look at adversity not as a roadblock, but as a learning experience. I've often looked back at the things I've done and the challenges I've had and learned from those challenges, learn from those setbacks. Patience is priceless.
Hey, sales, F&I, sales management, BDC, fixed ops. We got it all. It's called prodprep.com. Come join us for a free live webinar to see what all the excitement's about. The date, the time is right here in this video. You better be there. Can't wait to see you. Free, no obligation. Come check us out. My name's Gerry Gould. www.prodprep.com. Can't wait to see you there. Go get them.
You're not going to become an F&I manager tomorrow. You got to work at it. And then if you work at it and people take notice of it, by the time you get in F&I, you'll be really good at it. And remember, training's not a destination. Training's a journey, okay? So don't look at training, get trained, and then I'm in. You got to train yourself, invest in yourself, okay? You got to self-study. These are the things that you need to do. And the more you do that, the more people will take note of how willing you are to learn, and they'll invest in you as well. And nothing grows in the comfort zone. You may be comfortable in your position, but nothing grows there. Step outside your comfort zone. Become an F&I manager. Learn about the business. F&I managers, I believe, are the most knowledgeable associates in the dealership. After all, look at the responsibilities they have. It's a lot of responsibility to become an F&I manager. I mean, you have the responsibility to deliver the car that the sales consultant and sales management sold. You have the responsibility of making sure that the money gets into the bank and those contracts are cashed. You have the responsibility of motivating the sales staff. CSI, customer satisfaction, because let's face it, the last thing the customer's going to see, the last person the customer's going to see is you. Employee satisfaction, you're going to make sure all the employees are satisfied, and then you're going to make that additional profit, which is also important, especially in times like now where everybody's trying to negotiate a car deal. So you want to become an F&I manager? I'm going to share with you how to become an F&I manager. You have to aspire to become an F&I manager. You have to have ambition, all right? And you have to let everybody know that your ambitions are to become an F&I manager. Your ambitions are to move up the ladder. I want to tell you a quick story about how I became an F&I manager. I was one of the top sales consultants at this dealership in Massachusetts. And for years, I was a top salesman. And I had the ambition of moving up the ladder. The first step I wanted to take was in the F&I. And I expressed this to my general manager and dealer principal. And they always kept telling me, Gerry, you're making so much money on the showroom floor. We need you on the showroom floor. You're one of our top salesmen. We can't afford to take you off the floor. And then one day I went into their office and I said, guys, I want to become an F&I manager. And if you're not going to give me the opportunity here at the dealership, I'm going to have to seek the opportunity somewhere else. And they got really upset with me. Why are you leaving, Joe? Why are you leaving? And I said, look, man, I just want to move up the ladder. You can't be holding me back. My ambition and my vision is to become an F&I manager and move up the ranks in the dealership. And I want your help to get there. And they looked at me and said, I'll make a deal with you. You become the top salesman this month. It was the month of April. Wonderful spring season coming, selling season. You become the top salesman, it'll make you an F&I manager. Well, I went to work that April and I did become the top salesman, which was easy for me because I was always one of the top guys. And that's when I became an F&I manager. And one of the things they said to me, as I mentioned earlier, attitude. The reason I became an F&I manager was because my willingness to learn, my willingness to follow the process, my willingness to embrace adversity as a learning tool, and most of all, my attitude and my enthusiasm. I was so excited, okay? I had that confidence, that level of confidence. So I had my vision. You have to exude the confidence. You have to be willing to take the risk. You have a burning desire to succeed. You have to have a burning desire and a drive and energy. And this all comes with confidence. This all comes with attitude. And it all comes with enthusiasm. That's how you get noticed on the showroom floor. And that's how they single you out as the next candidate for F&I. And you let them know, that's my vision. That's my ambition. And I have a competitive spirit because I'm going to compete against everybody else in this dealership that wants to become an F&I manager. Competitive spirit. I have a wonderful competitive spirit. I learned a long, long time ago that I send out to my clients that I coach and train what I call a waterline, a leaderboard. And I take the average of the dealer group, and anybody below that waterline gets noticed, and anybody above gets accolades. Now think about that. No one wants to end up on the bottom. That's your competitive spirit. That's called inspiration to action. So I inspire people to action through that leaderboard. You have to find something to inspire yourself to action, okay? You have to be open to self-criticism. And what does that mean? That means that sometimes you have to criticize yourself because other people people won't. And that's how you learn from your mistakes. You know, you're a sales consultant now, and you didn't sell the car. What didn't you do that would have helped you sell the car? Maybe you didn't follow up correctly. Maybe you didn't follow up on time. Maybe you didn't say the right things. Maybe you selected the wrong car. Maybe you went to the price too quickly. I don't know, but learn from your mistakes. Learn from your adversities and criticize yourself so you can get better. And you have to have leadership qualities. Don't be a boss. In fact, I run away from bosses. You know what leaders do? Leaders lead by example. Here's a leader, okay? You're a sales consultant right now, and let's say that in this dealership, they hire 2 or 3 new sales consultants. Mentor them, embrace them, teach them. People take notice of your willingness to take the lead, your willingness to take action. And that's how you become an F&I manager. If you want to become, or you aspire to become an F&I manager, have ambition, have a vision, exude confidence, take risk, okay? And that burning desire to become an F&I manager, you got to let everybody know. Make sure that they know you have a competitive spirit and you can compete with anybody else that's trying to get that job, and you're open to self-criticism. And remember, be a leader, not a boss. So with that said, you want to prepare yourself for an F&I manager's role? You got to find a mentor. And I found plenty of mentors along the way. You want to latch yourself on to top salesmen. You want to make sure that you learn from F&I managers and sales managers that are in the store right now, in the store with you. And you want to make sure that they mentor you, okay? You want to educate yourself initially, because when you start educating yourself, people take notice that you're willing to self-study, and you're willing to invest in yourself. They're going to be more than willing to invest in you because they see that you have that ambition. You're willing to invest in yourself. You're willing to self-study, and that's what they like. Those are really strong attributes, and that's how you prepare yourself to become an F&I manager. You want to master the technology. As often as you can, watch your F&I managers and your sales managers go through their DMS systems, their dealer management systems. Learn the CRM tool. Learn the finance portals, okay? That's how you become an F&I. Volunteer to load deals, okay, in your spare time. That's how you become an F&I manager. As I mentioned earlier, you definitely want to take the lead. You want to make sure that you're proactive, not reactive, and become really organized, because people seek out, especially dealer principals, organized F&I manager. Because remember, if you're organized, you're probably really good with the cash and transit stuff. You're probably really good in deals done. You're really good at that do it now attitude, okay? And seriously, follow the established dealership processes and procedures. Because if you're not willing to follow the established dealership process and procedures, there's no motivation for the dealer principal, general manager, to put you in F&I. Because F&I is all about process and procedures. In fact, F&I are the most well-trained, they're like the elite, the well-trained associates in the dealership. And you always want to make sure that you're a team player. It's not all about yourself, man. It's all about the team. And that's how you prepare yourself to become an F&I manager. Because everything I just shared with you, people take notice of that. And that's when they put you on that stair step. When they think of, like, I need a new F&I manager, the first person that comes to mind is you. That's it. That's how you do it, man. And most of all, you gotta look, act, speak, and think like a professional. What do I mean by that? You wanna become noticed, then look the part. You wanna become noticed, act the part. You wanna become noticed, speak the part. You wanna become noticed, think the part. And you wanna become noticed, be professional. I can't give you any better advice on the road to become an F&I manager than I just did. If you like what you heard, visit us at www.prodprep.com or visit my website, www.gerrygould.com. Until next time, go get 'em.